Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Easter Sunday to you if you do celebrate. Otherwise, happy long weekend to you. It is a beautiful sunny morning. I can't handle the joy that spring and sunshine brings me. And we had a very late, lovely start and sleep in to the day, and we are just about to make coffee and have some breakfast. And we wanted to, and when I say we, I mean Dan and I. Dan, where are you? That's it. Just wanted to say hi, have a nice little kind of catch up and hang out with us, vlog on this fine Sunday, and see what we get up to. Right now, Meryl is basking outside. Meryl! All right, fam, let's make some coffee.
Coffee pen.
Hi from the den. I tried my best to fiddle a little bit with some of these things. Oh my god, someone messaged me and was like, please put your Harry Potter books in order. I'm like, ma'am, it's a work in progress, okay? I literally threw the books up. But yeah, it's just very undone here, and I really need to hit up Pinterest hard and do this. Also, I keep forgetting the fact that we don't actually, we still don't have handles, because at the time when we got this put in, we didn't know what handles we wanted for these drawers. So we were like, just don't worry about it. They put some tape on, and we keep forgetting that none of these drawers actually have handles. So this is literally green tape living in all of these drawers. So we have a lot of home stuff happening in May, and the aim is to just deal with all of these miscellaneous unfinished projects over the month of May, which will be exciting. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know what's up. If you follow me on YouTube, you know what's up. I've been complaining about my lips forever. I got them done last year in Toronto, and basically what happened, I've been getting my lips done since 2017. It's literally all there on YouTube laid out, and I've had a few weird experiences with the lips. Overall, it's been a really positive experience, and I've really enjoyed my face for it. I a lot of people have their opinions. To be honest, I don't care. It is my face. It's something I'm choosing to do, and I'm the one waking up with it every day, and I am very comfortable in my decision for doing my lips. And obviously, I just want to share the experience with you, because sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, and I think it's important to touch on both. So this experience in particular, when I got my lips done last year in Toronto, I didn't have a good experience. Normally, I go to Dr. Pavlu. At the time, we didn't think we were moving home. I was like, oh my god, I need to find someone here in Toronto to be able to do my lips. And I got them done once, and she did a really good job. And then I went for a touch-up, because she didn't do very much the first time, and I had a terrible reaction. My lips exploded. I don't know what happened, but it was really crazy. And Dr. Pavlu for years, basically I'm sure everyone's technique is different, and I don't really know how to speak on that. I'm not the doctor doing it, but Dr. Pavlu injects the product below the border of the lip, and that's to prevent migration and to prevent bubbling above the lip as much as possible. So in previous years, we always went for that really pouty Rosie Huntington Whiteley look, and then when I did it this time in Toronto, I really wanted to redefine my border and kind of redefine my cupid's bow. I was kind of just missing having that back in my life, and so I don't actually know if it was her error or if it was just a bad luck of the draw or what, but basically she injected in my border, and it ended up bubbling. I literally had two big bubbles on the sides of my lips, and it ended up moving up past my lip. And so that's been my lip situation for the last year. From head on, it wasn't really noticeable, but from the top, it was really bad, and you could just really see it moving, and I just really, really hated that. So I don't like getting my lips dissolved. I find it really uncomfortable. I had been putting it off for a long time, but I finally did it and went back to Dr. Pavlu, and I got them dissolved last Monday, and then I got them redone this week on Monday. So it's been 6 days since I got them redone. I really bruised, which was odd. I don't normally bruise from getting my lips done, but again, it's kind of just a toss-up. It's a 50-50 chance. You can bruise or not. You can have really bad swelling or not. So with that being said, I had actually vlogged the whole thing. I'm gonna insert the clips now of me before and after the dissolving, and then immediately after I got them done. So I'm gonna insert that footage here so you guys can see it and come along with me for the dissolving journey. Oh my god, from this angle, I can't handle it. I literally have two giant bubbles. It's migrated above my lip. And finally, I've been putting this off for a very long time, but the day has come. I'm going to get these fixed. These lippities fixed. I think it's important to let you guys know because I have been getting my lips done for 5 years plus, and there's a downside to it. If anything ever goes awry, like things can shift, things can move and migrate, and I think it's important to show this side when things do go wrong and you have to get it fixed. These are the consequences of my actions. So now everyone reacts differently when it comes to these things. I've had my lips dissolved once before when I just had like a ball in my lip. It was very bizarre. And some people say that getting dissolving solution put in their lips doesn't hurt. Personally, for me, it's like more painful than anything. It's like hot burning acid liquid being poured into your lip, and then it dissolves everything, and it can dissolve the natural hyaluronic acid that's existing in your lips as well. So it well, you basically just end up looking like a shriveled prune for a hot minute. So I personally find it very painful. Obviously everyone's pain tolerance is going to be different, but it's not a pleasant experience. I have been, oh my god, I've been putting off this day for so long. I've been dreading it, and I'm about to come out a lot more sweaty for sure. And yeah, I'm gonna have a completely deflated lip. I have to wait a week before I can get them redone. So my appointment is now. I'm at Skin Technique, going to see Dr. Pavlu here in Vancouver. And let's get rid of these bulbing bulbs on my lip. Did you have to park architect? Immediately after, very, very swollen. Amazing. So this is immediately after the dissolving liquid has been put in. I just came back to the car. It was actually not as painful as the last time I got them dissolved. Dr. Pavlu said he switched to a different product. He said it stings a lot less, which is good news for me. I'm still completely numb. And I'm going to be swollen like this for a few hours, and then my lips are going to slowly dissolve away. So I'm gonna just enjoy this ridiculous. It looks like I got stung by a bee. Honestly, it's hilarious. But like, I'm gonna enjoy this plump life for the next few hours before my lips are gone for the week. So I'll check in with you to show you once it's all dissolved and I literally have like nothing left in my lip. And then we'll check back in when we get them done again in a week. Ooh, ooh. A few hours later, the swelling is completely gone. And so is my lip. I don't know, less juicy, my good people. Here we are. The little bumps are all gone out of my lips, so that's super exciting. Oh, it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre to be talking like this. I don't know, I just feel like I don't recognize my mouth anymore. It is such an odd feeling. There's the check-in, and here's my deflated lip. Good morning. Today is the day. It is a week later, and it is finally time to get these bad boys redone. We're gonna re-plump up the top lip, go see Dr. Pavlu, and be reunited with the juicy lip life. So this is the before. And we'll head downtown, go see Dr. Pavlu, and show you the after. I'm here at Skin Technique, and they've just put numbing cream on. Let it sit for a little while, and then they'll come in to poke.
Okay, just keep the mouth a little open.
Okay, we're done. Dr. Pavlu, thank you so much. As
My
always,
pleasure.
you
Nice to
fixed
see
me.
you. Beautiful girl. Bye.
So here are the lips immediately after. They're still a little bit numb, and they are going to be quite swollen for the rest of the day probably. And I did get a little bruise right here on my lip, but hopefully within a couple days that will be gone. But here we are. This is immediately following the treatment. I am in the car, so you can see it's still really swollen at the top. But here's a side view, little look-see. I'm gonna head home and I will update you in a few hours once a little bit of the swelling is down and see how it looks. So it's now 6:30 p.m. It's been just over 6 hours. Sorry, Meryl saying hello. Shh, Meryl, shh. It's been just over 6 hours since I done the deed, and ooh, baby, in my bruise, it is really, really sore right here, but definitely less swollen than earlier. We can see the swelling on the sides here. It's just really, really sore overall, and it should be fine like by tomorrow or the next day. The bruising is definitely hit or miss. Sometimes I bruise, sometimes I don't. I definitely tried to do all the things to prevent bruising, but it just, sometimes it happens and you can't help it. So this is the look for now. I'm gonna check in with you guys tomorrow, hopefully when the swelling is like fully down. And yes, I'm in an apron because whenever I'm eating, I spill on myself and I can't be trusted. So this is how I walk around the house. So I left you at that last check-in. I filmed that. That was Monday night when I got them done, and now it's Sunday. So my lip, the bruise has been like really, really slow to heal, but obviously the swelling is totally down, and he had just done too little on my bottom lip just to make it even. But basically what I wanted was just like really balanced, even lips, and that is what he did. It's a much more conservative amount than what I've had in my lips like in past years. My lips used to be like, I used to go really, really big with them, but this is definitely just like a little bit just to add some juice and to add some volume into my lips. And again, obviously he injected it below the border. So I had asked you guys on Instagram before going in if you had any questions for Dr. Pavlu, and I actually like recorded me asking him the questions, and it was really nice of him to answer that after the appointment. So I will just kind of go through what I asked, some common questions that you guys asked. First of all, a lot of questions about how much it cost. And the reason why I don't normally talk about the cost is because I imagine that every doctor or every clinic or nurse or whoever's injecting is probably going to have a different price. So it kind of just depends on where you go, I assume. But with Dr. Pavlu in general, they charge based on how much product they use. And I think that's standard practice for a lot of places. But when I got my Botox done, I was charged $300, which is definitely very expensive. And I do get like a very small amount, just like in the eyebrow area and a very tiny bit here. So that was $300. And then my lips this time was $699. And then after tax, it was $733. So it's definitely a very, very pricey thing to get done in terms of like how often I go. Other than like fixing things up or topping things up, if I do like a moderate amount to start with, I usually go in for the lips and Botox once a year. So it's like a once a year thing, just keeping up with it and staying on top of it. But in terms of how much the product lasts, that's totally dependent on the person. At the year mark, I usually definitely see like quite a significant reduction in volume for me. And especially with the Botox, like you just know when the Botox has left your body, and that's just dependent. They say like 6 to 12 months is the usual longevity for these things, but it just depends on your body and like how you process these things. So that's a ballpark. It's going to be different for everybody. One of the biggest questions was, do you have to get dissolving in general? Is it good practice? Like if you've been getting filler for a number of years, do you have to get dissolved and to like start over again, have a little refresh? And Dr. Pavlu said, no, that it's not common. You do naturally dissolve the product yourself. And unless you have issues with migration or you want to change a look, you do not need to get dissolved. So that was his answer. And then in terms of migration, he said that it just depends on the injection technique and where they place it and where they use it and what product they use. And he said that it's just much more common in the lips for migrating, especially when you're placing things on the border and whatnot. But again, you can just like instantly get it dissolved and it goes right back. And in my experience, I've had my lips dissolved a few times now, and it literally goes right back to how my lips looked before. There's no like long lasting concerns or anything or side effects. And then he said that if you do get your lips dissolved and you just don't want to get any more filler, that your body will naturally like refill that hyaluronic acid over time, which I thought was interesting. I didn't know that. And then I actually asked him about filler in the face because a lot of you were asking about migrating filler in the face. And according to Dr. Pavlu, that's a myth. He said that like cheek filler and jaw filler and whatnot, because I thought like I've seen a lot of like things on the internet and YouTube and TikTok being like, oh no, it made my face like round, the filler like migrated below my cheekbones, blah, blah, blah. I've personally never dabbled with the other face filler and I don't really care to, but he said that migrating is not normally a problem. So that was kind of nice to have that little rumor squashed. Okay, so then I asked him about the lumps because in the past, the other time I had my lips dissolved, I had just developed like this kind of ball of product on one side of my lip and it was very bizarre. And so I asked Dr. Pavlu if there's anything I can do to prevent lumps or like why they happen. And he basically just said that lips are more prone to bumps of filler because of the tissue of the lips. And it just basically is like a coin toss if it happens or not. And he said that you can like massage it out or get it dissolved and redone. And it's just like, it can either happen or not. So that was kind of like, I was like, please, 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 lips, dear lips, please don't get lumps this time. But apparently it is just a risk that can happen specifically with the lips. And then the final question I asked, which I kind of already touched on, was just, are there any like long-term adverse effects of getting filler? And that was a really common question that you guys had sent me, like, am I gonna die if I get filler? The answer is no, that there's, other than migration, there's no other adverse effects of getting filler. So basically it was a nice little moment of squashing some common questions and rumors, and I just want to say thanks to Dr. Pavlu for taking the time to answer those. In general, when it comes to filler, you know, I get a lot of heat every time I post about my lips and Botox and things, but I think for me, there's like a lot of things that I see on the internet. There's a lot of things that I'd be like curious to try. You see so many like crazy, really, really involved procedures and like people going under, and they're having like really significant plastic surgery done. And I think like life is short. Do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever makes you comfortable in your own skin. If that's being completely natural, then that's amazing. I don't care what other people do with their bodies. I'm like, go for it. Do whatever you want. I'm gonna do whatever I want. But when it comes to lip filler in particular, like it's instantly reversible, and that's what I like about it. Like there are no really crazy, scary side effects other than like bruising, which will go away, or being swollen when you're initially doing your appointment. But like, you know, back when I was a teenager, like all I wanted was a boob job. All I wanted was boobs. But that's like a really intense surgery. You're literally going under and you're slicing open your body and you have this foreign object put in. Like I've been really scared, and now like this like breast implant illness is all over the news and the internet and popping and that kind of stuff. Like really invasive surgeries really, really scares me, and I haven't done it simply because I deem the risks to be too great for me and what I'm comfortable with. And I look at people who've had their boobs done and I'm like, you look amazing. This is great. Like whatever makes you happy, that's fabulous. Lips for me are like, it's like the least risky thing that I could do. And you know, again, when I get them dissolved, like you can be like, oh, actually I really don't like the look of this on my face, and you can get them dissolved right then and there. I'm sure that people who get like really, really like a lot put in and they're really like bubbling up their lips, like I do wonder if there's like some stretching of skin, but I go for the natural look and it doesn't really affect like the rest of my mouth. And so then another question that I was getting a lot, like when I popped that Instagram questions up, was, do I think I'm ever going to stop getting filler, or do I think I'm ever going to go back to my natural lip? And I mean, I don't know, never say never. You never know what phase you're going to go into next. Life is short, but life is also long. I could feel very differently than I do right now. 10 years from now, 5, 10, 20 years from now, I could feel very differently, but it is something that I do know is reversible. So if I ever wanted to not get filler, that's fine. I can get it dissolved and go right back to OG lips. But from my experience with my lips, the reason why I wanted it in the first place is I just felt like really unsymmetrical. I had a really like pouty bottom lip and just like not a lot of volume in my top lip whatsoever. And I really do just like that even look. I've got a really big head. If you ever meet me in real life, you'll see how big my head actually is. And I just felt like my lips like didn't fit my face, and it was just something I wanted to try, and I ended up loving it. And I just feel like me. I feel like me when I get them done. It's like the juicy lips that I always dreamed of. So it's totally just preference. It's like my mom hates it. She's like, no, you looked like a Renaissance painting with your lips before. And I'm like, listen, I just love the juice. I love the plump, and that is the phase that I'm in. And who knows how I'll feel in the future, but I just prefer my lips this way. And that's it. That's it. I feel like that was a really long blab, but I hope that answered all of the questions. I hope that was like a really good in-depth look at the whole process. And hopefully for those who were curious and sending in those questions, I hope this was helpful for you. And thanks everyone who did send questions as well. I hope that covered anything. If not, obviously, like, ask me. You can send me a message on Instagram or comment below, and I'll do my best to answer any outstanding questions that remain. But hopefully that was a good look at the process. So that's the lips. Here's the lips today. Nice and not swollen, and, you know, eventually you'll see the bruise be gone. But let it be known that unfortunately the next couple of videos that you're gonna see, like, I couldn't not film. I waited a week to film. I don't know if you guys noticed, there was a little break in videos because I was like, I am bruised. I don't want this to like live on my channel. And but I did film a couple of videos, so you guys will see those coming out, and she is lingering, but fingers crossed that it'll be gone before Everyday May. I just tried to put my hair up in a clip and failed so hard. Oh my goodness. So please forgive this hairdo. Meryl's also screaming at us. So next up, I was just literally scrubbing Meryl's litter box because we have to take Meryl to Grandma. She's gonna go spend the week at Grandma's house while we're gone. You know, we get a lot of questions about Meryl and what we do with Meryl when we travel, and usually, for the most part, she stays home. We have put her in kiddie hotels before. We've taken her to stay with our parents before, but she, you know, she doesn't like to be moved. A lot of cats don't like to be moved, and it's better that they stay in their own homes. So normally, Dan's sister will come and like hang out at our house and like be here to be with Meryl and also get packages and whatnot. But now, I think I just showed this on Instagram. Last year, Meryl was diagnosed with IBD. And basically, for the rest of her life, she's going to be on this like steroid pill that helps her belly and helps her with puking and all these things, all these ailments the poor cat has had because of it. And we were told by like the previous visit to try and taper her off of this medicine, but she started like getting really sick again. So she's back on this medicine every day. She has to take this pill every day, where it used to be like 2 or 3 times a week. And so because of that, we're taking her to my mom's house so that my mom can be there with her every day and administer the medicine. So we're just packing up her things, packed her food, packed her medicine, got her little bed, and we're gonna bring her over to my mom's, and then we're also gonna make another stop on the way, but we'll chat once we're there. So gonna pack up Meryl and get her ready for her week vacay with Grandma. Meryl, you ready to go see Grandma? No. Look at Mom's Easter flowers.
Hello. Oh, coming to visit Grandma. Coming to visit Grandma. Hi, baby.
Oh, back she goes.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. We'll take good care of you. She loves it here, Alana. When she settles in, she actually really likes it.
Yeah. Tilly doesn't.
Tilly's not a fan. Tilly's outside. I went, oh, good timing.
Look at you guys in your matching green sweaters.
Hi.
Meryl! No. Meryl, you're on vacation with Grandma this week. Bye, Ma.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for taking Meryl.
Happy Easter.
I almost smooshed your lips. All right, Meryl has been dropped off, and now we've come to our storage locker because we're going to pick up a console table. I still have the storage locker filled with all of the furniture from my original apartment in Vancouver. Like all the dressers and tables and shelving, like all the stuff that I used to have in my old Vancouver apartment has been stored here since we moved to Toronto. It's been on our to-do list forever to like go through and sell what we're not using and see what we can use. We just keep putting it off, and we're gonna keep putting it off. Hopefully we'll tackle it this summer, hey? Yeah, we have to. So, let's just go check out the storage locker. I mean, we weren't here that long ago. I guess it's a year ago now.
Yeah.
That we were last in here. Just crazy. Every time I come to this storage locker, I feel emotional. Wow. Nice. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Do you guys remember these? All the painting? I didn't realize I had these actually. We should literally just bring those. They're super nice. Oh my god, this was in my old office. These were in my old living room. Got my old mirror here. The one that's wavy. The old shelf. But this is what we're here to get. This little console table. Honestly, it's bigger than I thought. It's bigger than I remember it being. Alright, we're gonna load it up, guys. Put it in the bedroom. So you brought it up. Regretting not bringing one of the paintings because that would have actually perfectly fit here. The idea is we want to cover this box that they put here for like a TV and internet and whatnot. This is our little internet thing. So if we put one of those paintings just like leaning on this, we can plug in an extension cord, plug in our phones here, and have it all hidden. And the reason why we want to do this is that we just filmed a morning routine video, which you guys will be seeing, and we were horrified. There's a clip of us like laying on our phones in bed, and it's a terrible habit that we've wanted to break forever. We live on our phones in the morning. We waste so much time doing the Wordle and scrolling, and we thought, okay, well, this matches our current side tables. So for now, we'll bring this in here until we figure out what we want to do in terms of decor long term in here. But for now, our phones are going to live on here, and hopefully that will help us like get up and out of bed and not sitting and scrolling forever. So here she is, the old little console table. I gave it a wipe before we brought it up, and we'll see if this helps us be productive
master humans in the morning. And now I've been delaying the inevitable all day, and I must go sprinkle grass seed on the lawn. Come along with me on this joyous journey. All right, I've enlisted Laura to help me.
Hi.
We've got the grass, we've got bowls, and we're gonna sprinkle it on the lawn. Listen, actually, allow me to elaborate. We went to Home Depot and we bought multiple bags of grass seed, and the sweet man at Home Depot was like, don't worry, just sprinkle it on your lawn, it'll be fine. We plan to get professional help, but in the meantime, we're gonna sprinkle some life onto it. Good. Good work with that hose, Laura. Going great. All right, we have spread all the seed. Will this do anything? I do not know. Well, let us do hope that in a week's time we'll return home to all of that grass seed, having grown into beautiful, luscious grass. So that night, we frantically finished packing. Laura took us downtown, and we made our way on a sweet little trip. We are here, gonna catch some sun, gonna take a little breather for a week before the craziness and the fun of everyday May ensues. So I hope you guys are excited too, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you all very, very soon for a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye!